Text 29, no, that comes later. Naveda kaschit bhagavams chikirshitam taveha manasya nirnam vidambanam nayasya kaschid daitosti karhe ched dveshyascha yasmin vishamamatir nirnam. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. A simple lady, but she is touching a very significant point. Is God partial? Or is God impartial? Totally impartial? Or sometimes partial? One devotee, one person asked Prabhupada, I see that ISKCON is making so many temples. He said, yes. Do you know there are 5,000 or so dilapidated temples all over India? Nobody goes there. Why don't you take them and use them? So Prabhupada said, you seem to be a nice gentleman. Do you do anything for the poor? He said, sometimes. If there is someone who would like to offer free food to orphans, what would you say? He said, that's a good thing. And there are so many thousands of orphans in the streets of India. He said, yes. So why did you have kids then? He said, oh, what do you mean? I may be feeding 3, 4, 10, 15 kids every day, but one has to have one's own kids so that one can shower affection to them. Prabhupada said, similarly, we respect that there are so many temples which need some rehabilitation and everything. But just like you have your own kids, and do you feed your kids that same khichdi you feed outside? No, my kids, I feed something special. So Prabhupada said, although you are impartial, you go out of your way and help others, still there is a need for your own small family. So similarly, Krishna also is equal. You want something, you want money, you want fame, you want this, you want a degree, take it. But he reserves something special for his special devotees, and you can't blame him that he is impartial. He is partial because of that. So, another point which, I don't know, last 2-3 days in Prabhupada's lectures, I'm hearing the London series, 1973, Bhagavad Gita. In a row, Prabhupada spoke from the first chapter. Jana taeva pashyanti achirena tavakam bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so. Just see the beauty of it. It's not just you enjoying it. If you facilitate others in enjoying Krishna's pastimes, certainly see your lotus feet. She is guaranteeing you darshan of Krishna, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. In all Vaishnava prayers, stutis, there is at least 1 or 2 verses where Murte swakeshu me sneha pashamimam chindhi dridam pandushu vrishnishu. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please therefore sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis. They are all standing nearby. All her kinsmen are nearby. Who will say, cut off my affection? Does she hate them? Are they a burden? No, the focus is not on them. The focus is on how much we love you, Krishna. And of course, the purport Prabhupada uses that for our own false affection. I mean, not to criticize anybody, but sometimes somebody may say, my father's gone, my mother's gone. Who will look after me now? Hey, that means is the focus on you? Are you lamenting the loss of your father or the loss of the money which your father used to give? So, like it or not, But we cannot give up that selfish attitude because it comes due to conditioning. Here, a very spiritual mood is evoked. 42